What's going on, everybody? Waffler here. And I was looking through Facebook the other day, like 2 or 3 days ago, and I was like, whoa, I hit a milestone. And I was like, I can't believe it. It really doesn't feel like it. But in reality, it is a milestone, and it did happen. I got my E-Day, birthday, I guess you could say. I don't want to really remember it too well, But the day that I had the extractions, it's been a year since then. So here's how my teeth think. I mean, I know y'all been watching the video, so y'all already know how my teeth are and all that. But I just wanted to say how my first year journey's doing. I mean, it's pretty much like kind of the end of it, not the end of like the videos and stuff, but it's just the end of like I'm settled down with my teeth and they're at a point that I'm happy with them. I didn't have to change them I really didn't have to change them at all. I had that one change that happened that when they were like, oh, we're going to remake the teeth, and I was not even asking them to do that. The teeth that I had when they put my bolts in there, it was way too thin and the proportions were all wrong. So even if they would fill it in to make it thick, it wouldn't have fit in my mouth properly. So those first ones, I do believe, were a little different and wonky as far as the thickness and consistency of how I would eat with them and things like that. So that being said, I got the new teeth, and ever since I got these, at first I thought they were big and I thought they were weird and goofy. And I mean, they still do. They feel like it. They feel, but that's just, most of the thoughts come from, you feel it in your mouth. So because you feel it in your mouth, it feels like a third party entity kind of. It's a third party thing on your body. So it's going to feel like you got something there. So I don't know, I'll probably always feel like that, but I still have like a little bit of lisp. I don't know, it's just thick up there. My tongue, I mean, instead of like hard S's, I just sup. I don't, hey, what's up? Sup, just quick. And so, anyway, there's some differences. I lisp a little bit, but I think a little bit of lisp is worth. And also I just got my teeth redone today because two of my these little rubber pieces that they put into my mini implant, I got 4 of them. When I pulled my teeth out the other day, one popped out, and then all of a sudden I was wearing my teeth for a couple of days, and then I pulled them out again, and then another came out, and I was like, I need to go to the dentist and get this re-sealed up. So I went and got that done today. So the tops are really tight today. I haven't taken them off. I'm kind of nervous because they went on hard. But anyway, I've been coping really well. After that first few months, it's so hard, and you get so attached to a certain way it feels. And then when they come in with a hard reline, you think, at first you're just like, I hate my teeth, they look ugly. You get comfortable with them. Then they go and say, okay, you're comfortable with them, let's harden them up real hard and get them nice and ready for you to go. And when you get that, the teeth feel harder. They feel more bulkier, kind of, even though it's just like a centimeter, maybe like not even a centimeter, probably like just a sliver bigger. It's like you could just tell, like back whenever you maybe had teeth issues or had teeth issues, when you would feel like a little, maybe your tooth was chipped a little bit and you felt it and you're like, man, this feels like a crater, like I got a huge hole. And then they pull it and show you, and it was just a little like pin dot hole, and it was like, man, that hole felt like a Grand Canyon in my mouth. But then you were actually seeing it, and it's like weird. I don't know, there's something about the way that your tongue feels things that makes things feel way bigger. And so I think it just has everything to do with those feelings that you get when it's just like my mouth feels big and things feel big. And that's just something you have to get over, and you learn to cope and deal with it. I remember the first week I went to work, I didn't have my teeth, and because they didn't fit, because that dang thing on the roof of my mouth, I had a big bump up there. It's pretty much gone now. Like, you can't even see it anymore. The denture covers it up. I had a big old cut in there just so that my big old lump could fit in my denture. But now actually the lump has gone down and I actually have a gum that is, it doesn't look like, people would see a little kind of like a tumor or something crazy growing out there, and it's like, oh, that's not satisfying. But now it's good and it's better. But yeah, I went the first week without teeth and I was like, I don't care. I'm gonna go in without teeth. I was over it. I was over my old teeth and I was over my new teeth. I was just in this point of just like, I just don't care anymore. I'm in the midst of all this stuff. And it's just like, I got my teeth removed. I hate my new teeth. Well, I'm just effed, you know? That's it. I'm done. I made a terrible mistake. And what a terrible mistake it is to think that, because it really, truly is not like that. It's easy to overreact and it's easy to feel upset, but patience is key, and it means a lot, because you hear a lot of people say, oh yeah, it takes time. It's so hard at first to hear that and be like, yeah, it takes time. I don't have time. I want my teeth now. I want to be able to eat. I don't want to feel like I look ugly anymore. I don't want to feel like like you got goofy teeth in or something. Like, people can look at you and tell like, oh man, that person's got fake teeth. Ugh. Not like that. It gets not like that. I'm to the point now where if they would tell me I couldn't wear my teeth, and they'd be like, oh yeah, we have to like hold your teeth for a day. If the dentist would ever say that, I would call work and be like, I'm not coming in. No one is gonna see me in my place of business without teeth. Like, I'll show my teeth wherever, without teeth wherever. But now I'm just like, they mean a lot to me now. There was a point whenever I hated them and I thought they looked ugly, but now they actually are part of me. And I go around thinking some days, like while I'm eating and stuff, and I'm just thinking, man, I remember when eating with these teeth was kind of a pain in the butt. And I remember when it was like, will I ever get used to eating with a device in my mouth, you know? Because when you get it, it's different. Things taste different. Hot foods aren't as hot anymore, and cold things are not as cold. Like, you could bite into a piece of ice cream. You could bite into a popsicle and eat it like it's just popcorn or something. You don't have that, oh man, my teeth are burning with this cold, just like right to my brain. You don't get that anymore. You could eat ice cream just like a dog would, because a dog will just like no care in the world. So you just take that ice cream. Hot things aren't as hot. I mean, you might burn your lips and stuff or your tongue, but I mean, if you eat a pizza roll, you don't have to worry about the roof of your mouth getting burned anymore. You want to eat Captain Crunch and not get your gums and teeth busted up? You could eat Captain Crunch for days. You could probably eat 5 boxes and be like, where's the next box? So it's weird. There's pros and cons to everything. A lot of the times it's mostly a con, because you got to think, well, some stuff tastes different sometimes. I always try to rinse my teeth out as much as I can, because I don't want any of my old built up saliva and stuff to be there. Because sometimes if I wear them for like, I don't know, 7 or 8 hours, it just gets kind of slimy. And that's just the truth about it. You know, that's just the way it is. My mouth can't just be perfect all the time, especially when I have a foreign object in there. But some bad habits that I picked up were spitting. I don't know why, but like, I don't spit all the time. Good God, the dogs always have to do something. In the beginning, I didn't spit very often. I never spit ever, but now, I don't know, I just spit sometimes. I'll just be like walking outside about to go into a store and I'll just be like, spit a lug, because you produce so much saliva, it just becomes a thing. And now that I'm thinking about it, I got the burps, and it feels like my mouth's like super dry and juicy at the same time. It's a really weird feeling. It's like my mouth's super dry, but it's also super slimy. I don't know. I hope this is interesting 1 year video for you guys, because I really don't know what to say too much. But what I am saying is it always gets better, and after those first few months, eating's good. I can eat anything under the sun. You can usually do that, I'd say 2 months in. You probably can't eat a steak, but 2 months in, you'll be able to eat something. You'll be able to eat more than something. You'll be able to eat at least pizza. And if you can't, put some tomato sauce on there, soften up that bread, handle business. So, my first year's been good. I'm glad, and I love my teeth. I don't want to change them. I don't want to get new ones. I don't want to get different ones. I'm comfortable and content finally with the ones that I have. And it turns out I was comfortable and content with the teeth that I had all along when I first got them, when they first remade them. And I was so upset because I was nervous. But after all this time has gone by, a couple months have passed, and they just feel like, well, I couldn't live without them now. I love the way that they look, and it's weird. You have to get over it yourself, but you also have to be comfortable with it too. So once you find that it feels comfortable in your mouth, then you can go on and get to being like, okay, well, it doesn't feel as uncomfortable in my mouth anymore. But so now I can cope with how do I look with it now? Now that I don't feel insecure about biting differently, or if my teeth are gonna fall out if I sneeze or something. Once you don't have to worry about that anymore, you start really getting to enjoy them and realize how much aesthetically they are good and mechanically they are good, because that's very, very important that they chew good. And that, as long as you can chew through things, and when you bite down and clench, it just feels like a resting mouth. That's the most important things to me. Because I don't want my teeth feeling like they're biting too far like this, or too far weird, And it also, another weird thing, sleeping without teeth is so strange to me, because I don't know, I like to clench my teeth. And I think that's another weird habit, clenching teeth. Especially like if I've been drinking or something and I'm like real drunk for some reason, I'll have my teeth bitten down. I mean, it's not like I'm mad or anything, but it's just like something about it feels weird. And also when I sleep, I could clench my jaw. I don't know, it's just a thing. And having the fake teeth, it's very strange having your gums bite down on that plastic. It's a very strange sensation. But I digress. So there are some weird little things, the ins and outs of little habits that I've had, how I've been feeling and coping with them. And I think once you're a year deep, you're pretty much professional, and you're good to go. You're already confident. You'll be one of those people that you see in the dentist that's just like, man, look how comfortable that person is. They don't even know. And then you notice that, oh wait, they already had their teeth pulled. Dang, yeah, they're doing really well. Man, I want to be like that. So I finally am like that. I go in the dentist, I'm just like chilling, smiling. I actually leave and I can tell them, thank you, I really appreciate this visit. Before I would leave and be like, oh, y'all did me wrong. But now I actually leave and it's just like, cool, my teeth feel great. The one little problem I had, they notched that up. And so it's all about the journey. The speed bumps at the beginning are the worst parts because you don't know what to expect. So, and you don't know how to handle it. You don't know what the next turn's going to be. But, once you get thrown through the ringer and your mouth is healed, and that's the longest part and the hardest part, because it changes so much, the way that the teeth work, the way the mouth is shaped. There's too many small details, and each person's going to be completely different because their mouth is going to be completely different and healed different than your mouth. Like I had that bump right here. I don't think I've seen anyone else that's had that problem, and I can only imagine people that got bumps in different places. They could have been anywhere, or people that get bone spurs all the time. I never had many. I had one, and that was right after extraction. It didn't hurt. It felt like a big piece of tooth, and it was one of those occasions where I took pliers and I pulled the bone out. Just some little tiny ones. I just pinched it, pulled it, and it pulled out, and it was the size of a dot, like a pin dot. And I was literally just like, this thing felt huge. How could I not flick that out with my tongue? I have no idea, but I had to get some tweezers to pull it out. And it didn't hurt pulling it out. It didn't hurt coming out either. It got a little irritated rubbing against the denture, but if anything, it rubbing against the denture just kind of eroded an area for me to be able to be like, oh cool, I exposed enough to where I could pop it out. So that's that. Little things and knickknacks and informations. But anyway, so like I said, I've been doing great. Year 1 is awesome. I'm sorry if I ranted and rambled, but I just wanted to say something and keep y'all updated that it always gets better. Stick to it and go on, eat some food and make some videos, because I like watching my denture family as well, and I like watching all the people that make their denture videos. It's always nice to know that you're not alone. So y'all have a good evening and good luck on your journey, and if you're still going through it, power through, because it is going to be better. Every day is better, and I promise you that. And as months go by, you will start to slowly forget that you even have them even to begin with. So y'all have a good evening.